Okay, now we're working. Okay, so trying something new. Hopefully this turns out okay. First live video on YouTube. Usually I'm on Twitch, so sticking with my usual Twitch theme. I usually let everybody know the chat is open. There. So here on YouTube, I'm known as Sarah Spoons. Spoons because I have lupus and I'm a spoonie. So we'll get into what spoons means at another time. What I wanted to talk about today, quickly, this is a quick podcast just because I'm testing out my laptop. What I wanted to talk about today is emotional intelligence and what emotional intelligence is, and how we can use it in our personal relationships. So, emotional intelligence is understanding your emotions, and that helps you identify how your feelings influence your behavior in your relationships. So, the first thing is practicing self awareness. So, understanding your emotions um, is the foundation of emotional intelligence. It helps you identify how things and feelings influence your behavior in your relationships. So, what you do, this is how you do it, is you pause and reflect on your emotions during interactions. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now and why? Recognize patterns such as how stress or frustration impacts your communication. So, an example of this is if you notice irritation building during a conversation, acknowledge it before reacting. Say, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. Can we revisit this in a few minutes? You need a timeout, right? You need to take just a few minutes. You don't want to say something you don't mean. So, this is what that does. So, this is developing step two, which is self regulation. And this matters because you're managing your emotions and you're helping prevent impulsive reactions that could harm your relationship. So, this is what you do: you take a deep breath or a short break when these emotions run high. You respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively or overreact. Use calming techniques like mindfulness and grounding exercises. I talk a lot about mindfulness in my podcasts. Now, I'm going to be starting a new podcast called True North. I'm a life coach and I have a life coaching business. I know I'm coming to you from my bed right now. I also have lupus and I'm flaring. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just testing out my laptop. I'm going over a few things. Um, I'm not in my office where I usually do things. So I'm just testing stuff out. This is just a quick run. This is all this is. Um, so during an argument, when you're using these self regulation techniques, instead of yelling or shutting down, calmly express your feelings. I'm feeling upset because I feel unheard. Can we work through this together? Feeling unheard is one of the most normal things in an argument. Hence, voices get raised and you're yelling over each other. Instead of doing that, just calmly say, wait, stop. Can we please take a break? I'm feeling unheard and I want to work through this. Just take a break. Calmly, collectively, take a break. Third, cultivate empathy. And why this matters is empathy allows you to understand and validate the other person's feelings, creating a stronger emotional bond. Now, how we do this is practice active listening. Give your full attention and avoid interrupting. And I know that can be very hard, but it's very, very important. Reflect back on what you hear. It sounds like you're feeling hurt because of what I said. Put yourself in their shoes. Imagine how you would feel in their situation. Yes, I always write things down and I print them out. Always. To stay on point. If your partner had a tough day, acknowledge their feelings. I can see how stressful this must have been. Do you want to talk about it or do you just want to relax? Now, everybody is different. Acknowledge that, okay? Number 4 is improved communication. Why this matters. Clear and respectful communication prevents misunderstanding and builds trust. Now, how we do this is using I statements. I feel blank when this happens, right? Avoid blame or criticism, which can escalate conflicts. Check for understanding by asking questions like, did I explain this clearly? Like, do you understand what I'm telling you? Did I explain this enough? Do you understand? You want to make sure that it's understood so you're not reiterating all the time. Instead of saying you never help around the house, try I feel overwhelmed when the chores pile up. Can we find a way to share the workload? Don't be accusatory. Just explain how you feel. That's all. So, number 5 is build social awareness. Why this matters. Being aware of others' emotional cues, helps you respond appropriately and strengthen your connection. How we do this, we pay attention to body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. Notice changes in behavior that might indicate how someone feels. Adjust your approach based on their emotional state. Example, if a friend seems withdrawn during a conversation, gently ask, you seem quiet today. Is everything okay? Manage conflict constructively. This is number 6. Why it matters. Conflict is inevitable, but how you handle it determines the health of the relationship. How we do it. Stay calm and focus on resolving the issue, not winning the argument. Address the behavior, not the person. I felt hurt when you canceled last minute instead of you're so inconsiderate. Seek compromise or collaboration. How can we make this work for both of us? Example, if a family member criticizes you, respond calmly. I hear your concerns. Can we talk about how to address this in a way that works for both of us? Number 7, strengthen emotional bonds. Why this matters. Emotional intelligence deepens, trust and intimacy in relationships. How we do it. Show appreciation regularly. I really value how supportive you've been. Share your emotions openly and encourage others to do the same. Create time for meaningful connections like shared activities or deep conversations. Example, schedule regular check ins with your partner or loved ones to discuss feelings, challenges, and goals. Number 8, reflect and learn from experiences. Why it matters. Continuous reflection helps you grow emotionally and improve your relationships over time. How we do it. After a conflict, reflect on what went well and what could have been handled better. Ask for feedback from loved ones. How can I communicate better with you? Commit to practicing new emotional intelligence skills regularly. Example, if a disagreement ended poorly, think about what triggered the conflict and how you can approach it differently next time. So, key takeaways from this. Emotional intelligence in relationships start with self awareness and self regulation. Empathy and clear communication strengthen bonds and prevent misunderstandings. Handling conflict constructively and reflecting on experiences foster growth and resilience. By integrating these practices, you'll build healthier, more fulfilling personal relationships And this is my quick, efficient podcast on using emotional intelligence in personal relationships. Again, just a test of my laptop in my bedroom for a very fast podcast. So this is all. This is all. I have a scone waiting for me in the other room, and I'm going to go get to that. Bye, guys. Thank you.